What is going on, guys? This is SimuNation, and today I am taking a look at Planet Coaster. It is a game that I have played many times before. Most recently, they announced that they are going to be coming out with a console version of this game. Basically, for those of you who have never played this game or don't, really know what it is, essentially it is a much better version of Roller Coaster Tycoon. I guess is a game I could compare it to. A lot more realistic. It gives you a lot more options. I didn't play any of the more recent Roller Coaster Tycoon games, so I don't know if this is what they came out looking like. But overall, this game is pretty phenomenal. I mean, you get to create essentially any type of coaster, roller coaster ride that you can imagine. You can ride it. They have sandbox mode, so you can just do exactly whatever you want. They have career mode, so you can give yourself a little bit of a challenge. But just up until this point, and still to this point, it is only on the PC. Originally, they had announced that there was going to be a console version that would be coming out for roughly, I believe, it was August. But they backed it up, and I think this was due to the announce of the next gen consoles. They backed it up to holiday of 2020, the reason why they cited doing that is so that all the gamers could play this at the exact same time when it comes out that way. And I can respect that reason. I think I think if anything, they're probably trying to tweak it and make sure it's ready to go and ready to actually be played. And there's nothing wrong with that in my mind. I think too many games these days just release because they've set themselves a date, and I don't think the problem lies in them creating a date. I just think that they need to be more realistic about their expectations and the real timeline when they set it, just so they're not disappointing people when they can't hit the deadline. But I think by all means, it's better to disappoint on the release date than come out with a product that everybody's absolutely pissed about, because by that point they've already spent their money on it and there's not really much going back except for with a absolute shit ton of updates. So I think it is a lot better to just go ahead and release it when it is actually time and people can wait, which there's of course repercussions to that. But yeah, no, we're gonna ride a ride here that I actually created myself. I don't think it's very good. It is what it is. It's kind of themed after like a runaway type rail cart. I mean, you could think of it similar to Big Thunder Mountain at Disney World. I don't know. This is the first one I created back when this game came out 2 or 3 years ago. I'm just really excited about it coming out in to the console edition. I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing. Given that on the PC there's a lot of controls involved with it, a lot of object manipulation, so I don't quite know how that'll all carry over into being console ready and easy. I hope they don't have to remove too many of the features, and I hope it's still pretty user friendly at the same time. So yeah, I mean they got kind of a little bit of a challenge there, definitely to overcome with this. But as far as the game goes, I love the game 100%. It is super fun to play, especially if you're a guy like me that loves going to the theme parks and just kind of wants to create these things yourself. In Roller Coaster Tycoon, I mean, that was definitely a fun game to play, but it really didn't do it for you if you appreciate the realism of things. Which, if you can't tell if you've watched my other videos, I talk about realism and graphics a lot. Which I know that's not all a game is, but it is a huge part of what really makes a game. I mean, but then you can also back up and say Minecraft is one of the best games ever made, most popular, and its graphics are absolutely terrible. So you could say that you could say it both ways. But yeah, that was that ride that I created. There's another ride that runs side by side to it, and we'll take a look at that one here. And then after that, I can show you kind of what the mechanics looks like for those of you who haven't actually played this game before, what it looks like to build a roller coaster. Oh, let's get the show on the road. What's going on? Sounds like something's broken, but it ain't. Let's go ahead and test it, and we'll just go right onto a ride camera. It should be good to go. Something is... Oh, there we go. Okay. Now we're going, I guess. I do not remember it being like this. Seems a little steep, to be honest. To start off, I don't think that's how the ride was supposed to start. I think this cart was stuck somewhere. Let's go to cinematic, I guess, and see what it kind of looks like from this angle here. I'm not too sure why the coaster was stuck like that. Yeah, and I did not create this one myself. This was a downloadable one. Yeah, I don't know. There's something going wrong with that one. Let's go ahead and just open it back up, though. This one's pretty cool. This one, or yeah, I also let's just show you guys the mechanics here of what it is to really, you know, build a coaster. So I mean, my mini version of a tutorial, I guess, would be clicking down here, picking whatever type of coaster you want in the coasters section, of course, and they have all the different types, whether that just be, you know, gravity propelled, you know, hydraulic launch coasters, if you're gonna, you know, pull them up by like a rail type thing. Yeah, whatever really is your goal, whatever you want to do. We'll go ahead and do, like, we'll go with this like stinger looking one right here. Okay, that's a prefill. Let's go custom. Okay, so yeah, that was my bad. Those were blueprinted rides, so rides that are actually already complete. These are all the various different types of the different, you know, coaster bodies and everything that you can use. They have everything in here from, I don't know if you've ever been to Universal where they do the Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey ride. They have that in there. Like the crane hook type thing, the claw that basically controls the ride vehicle and treats it like a roller coaster even though you're not moving that fast. They have that. They have, you know, ones like Spider-Man ride where you know, you really use like 3D and graphics to confuse the ride. They have all that stuff. It's really amazing all the options that they provided in this game to do. So we'll just go ahead and start with a simple just incline here. I know this is probably the most basic roller coaster. But I guess for time's sake, I mean, I can definitely do, you know, if you guys want a video on making like full coasters and like what I can create, and you guys can give me some suggestions, whatever. I love playing this game, so I'm really honestly down for whatever. But this is just like a brief little uncreative design here. So then at this point, once you've got some speed going, you can go ahead and hit some turns, of course, give it a little bit of banking so it's not just a sharp, really sharp, freaking uncomfortable turn. We'll go ahead and make it a wide deal here. We'll go, so this ride can't be inverted, so we'll go with like a pre-filled half hex there. And then I guess we'll just go ahead and auto complete it. So then it finds its own path where you then, you know, gotta worry about it. I'm not even sure this will work. Let's go ahead and give it a test. It doesn't look right. I don't know. Yeah, let's go ahead and figure out if this works. The design of this really reminds me of, correct me if I'm saying this wrong, the Mako that's in SeaWorld in Florida. This, like, just the color, I guess, of the track and the cart design and everything like that. Pretty sure the ride is run on the same system as well. Yeah, I'm really curious to see if it can make it up that little inversion there. Gee, that might have been a little bit too sharp. Let's see if it whips them too much a little bit. Nope, that was a little bit too sharp. And they are not moving fast enough, I don't think, to make it up this, or are they? Well, I'll be darned, they were. Alright, but then we're going to have to hit a really hard brake going in here into the station, which of course you can move. They got all different types of brakes to, of course, slow down. So yeah, there's that. You can, of course, do like concession stands, things like that. You essentially have almost every piece of building you can imagine. Just build your own custom buildings. Of course, they have blueprint buildings here. I have like this pyramid saved, an alley scene of like fighting going on. There's special effects, you know, there's mannequins. There is really almost everything. There's fireworks in this game too, if you're all about the firework displays. Really, there's not much you can do in this game. Yeah, it just really is phenomenal. This one's really cool to me, this track here. I'll definitely give you guys a show this one. This one, of course, is a downloaded one. I'm not that skilled as to make something like this, or maybe I just don't, I don't know, I haven't spent enough time to, or patience, I guess, to completely create something like this. But this one's kind of like a dueling coaster because they got a separate track running at the same time. And yeah, it just, you know, it's crazy. The timing on this, they really nailed it. Whoever created this, I don't know, because I downloaded it honestly 2 years ago or so. But it is phenomenal as far as the scenery and the theme and everything. And you just, you know, really feel like, you know, immersed in the storyline, I guess. So yeah, then you come back to the start here. The line goes over. You get, of course, creativity when you're creating the line and everything. And then, of course, you know, molding as far as the land goes, if you want to create a lagoon or something like that. This was kind of one of my early parks that I don't even know what I was doing with it. Just trying it out and everything. They, of course, like 3D modeled shapes and everything like that. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and leave the video here. I just want to kind of give you a brief overview, and then, of course, if you hadn't heard yet, you know that it's coming to console. I'm really excited for that. But yeah, go ahead and feel free to check out my other videos, guys. If you appreciated, that doesn't even make sense. If you guys like this video, go ahead and leave a like. You know, it's of course always appreciated. That's what I was trying to say. Likes and comments are always appreciated. I like to know when I'm doing things right, and of course let me know when I'm doing things wrong. All of that helps always, guys, and click that subscribe button if you want to see more. But thank you for checking out this video, and I will see you guys later.